The 1998 half-dollar, part of the long-running Kennedy half-dollar series, may at first appear like just another modern circulation coin, but certain rare varieties and minting anomalies from this year have propelled specific examples to astonishing values of up to $26,000, making it one of the most sought-after post-1964 half-dollars in numismatic circles. First introduced in 1964 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the Kennedy half-dollar became a symbol of national mourning and remembrance, widely collected and revered. By 1998, the coin had evolved from its original 90% silver composition to a copper-nickel-clad version. But the historical and patriotic significance of the design endured. The obverse features a left-facing profile of President Kennedy, sculpted by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse displays the presidential seal, an elegant eagle with a shield, olive branches, and arrows, designed by Frank Gasparo. What makes the 1998 issue exceptional is not just the coin itself, but the extremely rare varieties and mint errors that have been discovered over the years, particularly involving special proof strikes, misstrikes, and other production anomalies. These unique features have turned otherwise common-looking coins into high-value collectibles, prized by seasoned collectors and investors alike. One of the most talked-about varieties of the 1998 half-dollar is the 1998 matte finish Kennedy half-dollar, which was produced only as part of a two-coin special set alongside the 1998 Robert F. Kennedy silver dollar. Only 62,000 sets were issued by the San Francisco Mint, making this matte finish Kennedy one of the lowest mintage modern halves ever released. Unlike the traditional proof coins, which feature mirror-like fields and frosted devices, this coin displays a full matte texture with a soft, uniform finish. It is distinguishable from the regular proof version not only by texture but by the way light reflects off its surface, diffuse and subtle, rather than sharp and reflective. The coin also has incredibly sharp details due to specially prepared dies, making it a masterpiece of modern minting. Due to its low mintage and limited release, high-grade examples, particularly those graded SP70, Specimen 70 by PCGS or NGC, can fetch up to $26,000 or more at auction. Collectors interested in registry sets, competitive collections graded and tracked by services like PCGS, fiercely pursue this coin to complete their high-end modern half-dollar sets, adding to its scarcity and premium. In addition to the matte finish variety, some 1998 Kennedy half-dollars struck at the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mints also exhibit rare and valuable minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and broad strikes. While these errors are not as common as they were in earlier decades, they are significantly more valuable in modern coins due to stricter mint quality control. For example, a 1998 D half-dollar with a dramatic off-center strike and full date, visible in high grade, could fetch thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the error and the overall condition. Double die obverses (DDO), where doubling can be seen on Kennedy's profile or the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," are highly coveted by error specialists. Such dramatic errors, when certified by reputable graders, routinely achieve high auction results, especially when offered by leading auction houses such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. It's not uncommon for a pristine 1998 D half-dollar, with a dramatic mint error and high mint state grade, to command $5,000 to $10,000, while particularly unique or stunning examples can soar close to the $26,000 mark. The role of coin grading in establishing the high market value of the 1998 half-dollar cannot be overstated. Third-party grading services such as PCGS and NGC play a vital role in verifying the authenticity, condition, and in some cases, the specific variety or error designation of the coin. A coin graded MS70, SP70, or PR70 for proof versions is considered a perfect specimen with no flaws visible even under magnification. Because of the rarity of perfection in mass-produced coinage, collectors and investors are willing to pay significant premiums for coins in this elite tier. The matte finish 1998 S and SP70 is especially rare, with only a handful achieving this flawless grade. When these coins appear at auction, the competition is fierce, and prices can quickly escalate, which is how values reach into the tens of thousands. In comparison, a typical 1998 D half-dollar in circulated condition is worth only face value or slightly more. This stark contrast highlights the importance of quality, preservation, and proper attribution. Another factor contributing to the meteoric rise in the value of certain 1998 half-dollars is their scarcity within high-grade registry sets. Coin. Collectors often compete to assemble the finest possible sets of particular series, such as the Kennedy half-dollar, graded by date and mintmark. Because of the low population of 1998 halves in perfect grade, and the specific demand for the matte finish coin, owning one becomes a strategic asset for a serious collector. Collectors who wish to attain or maintain a top-ranked set will bid aggressively on these coins, further driving up their value. The limited availability, combined with competitive demand, creates a supply and demand imbalance, which is a key driver of the $26,000 price tag seen for top specimens. In addition to the numismatic and investment value, the historical and emotional significance of the Kennedy half-dollar also plays a role in the desirability of the 1998 issue. The coin continues to honor one of America's most beloved presidents, and many collectors have a strong emotional connection to JFK's legacy. For older collectors, the coin serves as a reminder of a pivotal time in U.S. history. For younger ones, it's an opportunity to own a meaningful and iconic piece of the past. The continuation of the Kennedy half-dollar into modern years adds to its allure, making each rare issue or unique variety a special chapter in an ongoing national story. Furthermore, the 1998 year holds additional importance in U.S. coinage history. It was one of the last years before the Mint's major overhaul of circulating coinage designs, such as the 50-state quarters program launched in 1999, which redirected public and collector attention. As a result, many 1998-dated coins were overlooked or spent into circulation, further reducing the number of pristine examples remaining in the market. This makes the surviving high-grade or rare variety 1998 half-dollars even more precious today. It's also worth noting that many modern collectors are only now beginning to understand the true scarcity and value of these late 20th century issues, leading to a renaissance in modern coin collecting and growing interest in undervalued modern rarities. In summary, while the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar may seem like a modern and unassuming coin at first glance, it holds enormous potential for collectors and investors, particularly when considering rare varieties like the 1998's matte finish, dramatic mint errors, and top-grade certified examples. The perfect convergence of low mintage, high quality, numismatic importance, and collector demand has transformed specific specimens into modern treasures, with values peaking at $26,000 or more. These coins are not just currency, they are artifacts of American culture, miniature works of art, and symbols of a president whose image still resonates across generations. Whether discovered in a forgotten collection or pursued at auction with precision and patience, the 1998 half-dollar stands as a shining example of how even recent coins can carry immense historical and financial weight. Next up, the 1971 no-mintmark $quarter is one of the most intriguing and elusive coins in American numismatic history, and today it holds a potential market value as high as $36,000, depending on its condition, grading, and collector demand. While it may appear to be just another Washington quarter at first glance, there's much more beneath the surface that elevates this coin to the realm of highly sought-after rarities. Struck during a period of transition and innovation at the U.S. Mint, the 1971 quarter marks the beginning of a decade of changes, both in coin production methods and in how coins were collected and valued. Unlike coins produced at the Denver D or San Francisco S mints, this coin bears no mint mark at all, indicating that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time did not place a mint mark on its circulating coinage. However, this lack of a mint mark in itself is not what makes this coin so valuable. Rather, it's the combination of several factors such as rare errors, exceptionally high-grade conditions, historical context, and collector intrigue that drive its incredible worth in the numismatic market today. It's essential to understand that in 1971, the U.S. Mint used copper-nickel-clad composition for quarters, replacing the earlier 90% silver design which ended in 1964. So any silver plancher errors or transitional plancher mix-ups from the minting process could significantly impact the value of a coin struck that year. There have been reports, and even confirmed discoveries of 1971 quarters accidentally struck on silver planchers or other planchers from foreign coins used by the U.S. Mint at the time for international contracts. These rare mint errors, especially when authenticated by third-party grading services like PCGS or NGC, can skyrocket in value at auctions, with some reaching up to $36,000 or more, especially in mint state or near-perfect condition. Additionally, the appeal of the 1971 quarter is enhanced by the historical resonance of the Washington Quarter series itself. First introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. By 1971, this design had already become a mainstay of American pocket change. Yet it continued to evolve, and certain years and variations within the series have proven to be far rarer and more valuable than others. The 1971 no mintmark quarter fits into this narrative as a potential hidden treasure, often overlooked by casual holders and collectors alike, yet capable of commanding immense value when properly identified and authenticated. Beyond rare errors, high-grade examples of the 1971 quarter with perfect luster, full strike, and sharp details, particularly in the hair and eagle's feathers, can command thousands of dollars on their own. Collectors are always searching for examples graded MS-67 or higher, which are extremely scarce due to the mass production and rough handling of circulating coinage at the time. In fact, coins graded at MS-68 or above are nearly unheard of, which explains the surge in value for such pristine specimens. Furthermore, the increased interest in coin collecting driven by digital media, social platforms, and numismatic communities has only added to the buzz surrounding ultra-rare coins like this one. When such coins are featured in high-profile auctions or showcased in private collections, their stories and values circulate rapidly, drawing attention from seasoned collectors and new hobbyists alike. There's also a strong psychological appeal. People are fascinated by the idea that a simple coin, potentially found in loose change or tucked away in an old drawer, could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. The 1971 no mintmark quarter taps directly into that dream, especially when viewers learn that it might be mistaken for an ordinary piece of spare change. A genuine 1971 no mintmark quarter with rare features or in exceptional condition can become a financial asset, one that defies expectations and opens the door to a world of coin collecting and investment. Moreover, when it comes to verifying and selling such valuable coins, expert grading is essential. Services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, provide authentication, precise grading, and encapsulation, which greatly enhance the credibility and value of the coin in the collector marketplace. A coin authenticated as a silver plancher error or a high-grade mint state strike from 1971 with no mint mark can easily cross the $36,000 mark at auction, especially when there is strong bidding interest and media coverage. For anyone holding a 1971 quarter, it is absolutely worth inspecting carefully under magnification. Look for differences in color, silver hue versus clad nickel. Weight, silver planchers are heavier. Edge detail, silver coins have a smooth edge, without the copper core, and any unusual features that might signal a mint error or unique variation. Even without an error, top-grade versions of this coin with original mint luster and sharp detail are still worth far more than face value. The story of the 1971 no mintmark quarter is not just about metal and money. It's a story of hidden value, minting anomalies, and historical context that turns everyday coins into extraordinary treasures. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, keeping an eye out for rare coins like this one can be both financially rewarding and historically enriching. Many collectors today regret the coins they spent years ago without realizing their value, and the 1971 quarter serves as a perfect example of why attention to detail and knowledge of coin varieties can lead to remarkable discoveries. With a current market value that can reach up to $36,000, the 1971 no mintmark quarter stands as a shining example of how history, rarity, error types, and pristine condition can come together to transform a piece of U.S. currency into a high-stakes collectible. It's a vivid reminder that not all valuable coins are centuries old. Some, like this 1971 gem, are hidden in plain sight, waiting to be found by those with a keen eye and a passion for the past. The 1965 D. Lincoln Memorial Penny is a coin that has captivated collectors and numismatists due to its unexpected rarity, intriguing minting history, and the incredible market value it can command today, up to an astounding $46,000. While on The surface it may seem like a standard Lincoln cent from the mid-1960s. The truth is that this coin holds a deeper mystery, tied to one of the most pivotal periods in U.S. coinage history. To understand the significance of the 1965 D penny, one must first grasp the historical backdrop. During the mid-1960s, the United States Mint was in the midst of a national coin shortage, and as a result, it took unprecedented measures to address the issue. In 1965, to streamline production and discourage coin hoarding, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all circulating coins, a policy that remained in effect from 1965 through 1967. Therefore, officially, no pennies bearing the D mint mark were supposed to have been struck in 1965. Any genuine 1965 penny with a D mint mark is considered a minting anomaly or error of extraordinary rarity, since the Denver Mint was still producing coins, but under the strict mandate not to include mint marks on them. If a 1965 D Lincoln penny exists, it would indicate either a rogue die usage or an accidental carryover die that was not removed in time, a mistake that slipped through the Mint's rigorous quality control at the time. Such errors are exceedingly rare and considered once-in-a-generation finds by error coin specialists. As of today, very few examples have ever surfaced, and those that have been authenticated have stunned the collecting world with their market potential. The high value, reaching up to $46,000, stems from this anomaly combined with condition-based rarity. A coin like this, authenticated by a leading third-party grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, and graded in superb condition, such as MS67 or higher, would be a numismatic jackpot. The coin's appearance would still feature Abraham Lincoln's right-facing profile on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, created by Frank Gasparo, which had only been introduced a few years earlier in 1959 to replace the wheat ears design. In terms of composition, the 1965 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. While that in itself isn't unusual, any deviation, such as being struck on a leftover silver planche or foreign coin planche, can add exponentially to its value. In fact, the Mint's rush to produce coins during this period resulted in several well-documented transitional errors across different denominations, which has led collectors to closely inspect all 1965 coins for inconsistencies. So, if a 1965 penny shows signs of being struck on the wrong planche, or carries a visible D mint mark, it becomes a prime candidate for professional evaluation. What makes the 1965 D Lincoln penny even more desirable is its dual appeal. It's both a mint error and a historical conversation piece. Coin collectors and historians alike find fascination in the story of how it came to be, as it challenges our assumptions about mint practices during that turbulent era. Because no mint marks were supposed to exist, a coin with one immediately raises questions. How was it struck? How many escaped the mint? And who first discovered it? Some experts believe a small number of 1965 dated dies with mint marks may have been accidentally used due to production pressure, or as part of experimental runs that were never meant for public circulation. These rogue coins are often compared to other rare Lincoln cent anomalies, like the 1955 double die, the 1969 S double die obverse, and the 1970 S small date, high-value rarities that have captivated collectors for decades. In the case of the 1965 D penny, it occupies a particularly enigmatic niche because of how directly it contradicts known mint policy, making it a near-mythical treasure. The market for such coins has grown tremendously thanks to digital exposure, social media groups, YouTube coin hunting channels, and the rise of online auction platforms that bring niche collectibles into the mainstream. When a coin like the 1965 D penny appears at auction or in collector circles, it becomes a high-profile event, and fierce bidding from elite collectors can drive prices into the tens of thousands of dollars. A coin once worth a single cent now commands respect as a financial asset, highlighting the potential hidden wealth in your spare change jar or inherited coin collection. It's important to note that value is deeply tied to condition, rarity, and authentication. A circulated coin in poor condition, even with a mint mark, may not be worth much if it's found to be altered or damaged, but an uncirculated specimen, especially with bright red luster and full original strike, can easily become a centerpiece of any advanced collection. the use of a coin microscope or loupe to check the mint mark's consistency, font shape, alignment, and depth is crucial when evaluating such a piece. Once discovered, coins like this should be sent for grading and encapsulation as soon as possible to preserve their condition and verify authenticity, because without that, their value remains speculative. And once authenticated, the coin joins a very exclusive club of error coins that rewrite what we thought we knew about US coin history. Furthermore, it's fascinating to consider that this coin may still be out there, uncirculated, sitting, unnoticed in someone's coin jar, desk drawer, or inherited penny roll. The idea that a small, copper-colored coin minted over half a century ago can now be worth $46,000 is not only mind-blowing but a driving force behind the popularity of modern coin hunting. Many collectors and investors are now more aware than ever of mint errors and transitional coins, especially those from the mid-1960s when so much was changing in U.S. coin production. The 1965 D. Lincoln Memorial penny stands as a mysterious and legendary piece, both a physical artifact and a symbol of how a momentary minting error can become a prized possession, a conversation starter, and a life-changing discovery for those lucky enough to find one. In summary, the 1965 D penny is more than just a rare mint error. It's a historical relic that defies the norms of its time. Its scarcity, paired with the striking contradiction of its mint mark, makes it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever known, with a current market value reaching up to $46,000. This coin is not just a collector's dream. It's proof that in the world of numismatics, the smallest details often yield the biggest rewards. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, checking every 1965 penny for an unexpected D mint mark could lead you straight to one of the most astonishing treasures in modern American coinage.